Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome for our RTL online trainings and placements. This interaction is basically the people who are applying for jobs in cloud human capital management, functional and technical. So, what are the issues you are facing? How you have to prepare for interview point of view, how to clear the interviews? Regarding that, if you have any doubts, we can communicate. Please go ahead. Yes, Shilpa, please go ahead.
Sir, I have just joined. Sorry, I did not get your question. Can you please
Okay.
repeat?
This is regarding the human capital management, both functional as
Yes,
well
sir.
as technical. Whoever is facing the issues during the interview point of view regarding the questions or doubts, this is all we are going to talk.
Okay. Sir, one of the question is the interviews they're asking, what is your day-to-day routine? What exactly you're doing as a HCM consultant?
Okay. So, what is the day-to-day uh, action or task list,
Uh,
right? What is your
yes,
day-to-day
task
task?
list.
How
Yes,
we are
yes,
going
sir.
to perform. So for this
Yes, sir.
question, we have to answer that, let's say, for example, in your resume, you have mentioned you are working in implementation project, current project. Then what you have to do is you have to specify that currently implementation project is going on. We are in the stage of development stage. Every day we will be having the status call. In the status call, we are going to explain about our component, what we are doing right now, and related to that component to whom we are going to have any interaction. It means if any input is required for us, either from our team senior level people or any technical information we are waiting, or if we are waiting for any inputs from the business users, means from the client's point of view, that we will be discussing in the status call. After that, we'll start working on a particular task, whatever we are working. In case if the complete requirement gathering is completed. If requirement gathering is not yet completed, still if it is in progress, then we will go for schedule a call with our business users and try to interact with the business unit regarding the requirement and all. This all we'll be discussing and prepare a document waiting for approval. Once it is done, then we'll start working on that. Whatever the task we have completed, for example, let's say we are configuring today employee assignments approval process, which is employee supervisor hierarchy. We are configuring. So we are in progress. Actually, it takes 3 to 4 days time for complete designing, development, testing, and document preparation. Let's say we have completed development, that we are supposed to update the status end of the day, saying that the status has completed, sorry, in progress, and comments. We will write development has completed. It means 50% has completed. So this is how we are going to update to our manager, to whomever is we are reporting to them. If it is support project, that is for implementation point of view. In case if you say that current project is implementation and support, implementation is already completed. Right now, support is going on. So in this support project, right now we are giving the support for options management module as well as the global HR module. So here we are using separate ticketing tool, let's say service now or Jira, some ticketing tool we have to tell them. So in this ticketing tool, first we will check any tickets or raised support tickets on our name, and also we'll check the previous tickets, whatever we have updated, any response we are expecting from them, and what is the status of that particular ticket, and any resolution is required, and the comments or attachments, anything we have missed or anything they have done. So these all things we are going to check, and we are supposed to give that information in the status call. So before we go to status call, we are supposed to cross check all our previous tickets and current tickets and status. In the current tickets, if anything we wanted to communicate with the end user or the person who has raised the ticket, or any multiple people are assigned this ticket. Maybe the ticket is related with the DBA as well as the functional person. So those two people has to communicate and then go for close the ticket. So we will have a call with the DBA. So this type of issues we are supposed to, analyze and schedule according to that requirement, and then start working on the issue. That's how we are supposed to explain for the support projects. That's what we have to say, that status day to day.
Okay.
Yes, 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 guys. Any other doubts now?
Yeah, hi sir. This is Shiva.
Go ahead.
See, actually, I want to keep some 3 years of experience in this Oracle PG and HCM. And in the interviews, like most of the time, they used to ask in implementation, what are the present your project is in which stage. So, can you tell me the stages of
We
implementation?
have mainly 5 stages you will find project status. We'll call it as what are the different phases, project phases. For this, I have already done one video in our RTL online training related to for project phases. Oracle Cloud projects and project process. Here it is. Another one is client subscription process. How we are going to execute this project execution steps that we have done. And anyway, now we will be having total 5 pages mainly when we talk about in our language. One is design stage, development, testing, production, and then support. So most of the times our work will be on the development because designing will be done by either architect or senior level consultants, like more than 6-7 years, who are having extensive experience with the client interactions and analyzing the systems and business flows. They will be interacting with the client stakeholders or business users and get the requirement and prepare uh, RD documents, OEM methodology. And development, obviously, we are supposed to involve. Testing, we are supposed to involve. Whatever the components we have done, development and testing delivered to client is going to work with that production. There we are supposed to give the support. Production issues are there. And after that, obviously, support or maintenance will be continued for any project. So depends on your resume, what you have specified. For example, you say that your current project is an implementation project. If you are strong in the subject and you are working in a particular component and you say that, yes, I can explain about the component to the interviewer, better say development instance. And obviously they will expect, tell me what you have done, configurations or setups or development, what are the work around you have done, or tell me about a particular thing. Maybe they can ask you, have you worked with checklist? Can you tell me some component about the checklist, what you have done? Like that they will expect. If it is support issue, if you are going to specify, then they'll ask you like what are the support tickets you have cleared and what are the issues you have faced. Can you tell me a couple of tickets which you have cleared? So that they will expect. Obviously, we should be very clear about this because this is expected from that. So after these issues, then remaining is common. Remaining is like they'll enter into the subject and they'll be asking us. Yeah.
Still, I have two more questions, sir. Okay. Like as a Oracle Fusion HCM functional consultant, what are the modules should be learn, sir? Should we
It is
learn?
a base module. See, everybody has to learn global HR and options and payroll. These are basic things are expected. And additionally, it's up to the client requirement or depends on the experience. We can go with OTL and all. See, it is. So it doesn't mean that minimum 3-4 modules, it is mandatory. Nowadays, companies are asking even time and labor, ORC, Oracle Recruitment Cloud, this also. So that in that scenario, we have to start working with that. For example, we have learned, let's say we have learned 4 modules like global HR and absence management. Then after that, payroll, then talent management. We have learned 4 modules. We are very strong in the 4 modules, but companies are expecting OTL. So we have seen couple of requirements. They says that We are looking for global HR, options, and OTL. Then what we have to do? We should not wait because we are already strong in these 4 modules. Let's start learning another module also, because learning a new module is not a big task when you are already master in the 4 modules. When you are new to the ERP, or when you are new to the HCM, or when you say that I just started learning the HCM, then obviously it will be difficult learning the new module. So, but when you say that I have already learned HCM, I'm master in 4 modules, like whatever the training we got from RTL online trainings, we are very strong in this 4 modules. Maybe you might have learned somewhere else, but if you are say that I'm perfect, all these 4 modules I can implement without going through any video, without going through any documentation. If you give an instance saying that this is the URL and this is the implementation user credentials, I can configure this global HR module, and I can go ahead with the configuration of employee end-to-end process hiring. For that employee, I can run the payroll, I can apply the options and talent. Then learning the OTL takes 4 to 5 hours, not more than that. You don't find more than that, because OTL is a part of your global HR. Again, enterprise structure, employee job structure, everything it will come. So like that, we have to start learning all this, so that what happened when there is a requirement. Okay, so we can explain them clearly that I'm master in these 4 areas. I also know the OTM, like time and labor. These are the setups we'll do. These are the transactions. This is how we'll do the test, and this is the business flow. And I know up to this. Okay, if there is any opportunity, I'm ready to work, and I'm ready to take it as challenge and go ahead with the process. So that way we can go ahead for learning OTL and ORC like this here. Okay. So it's not like all that. We cannot say that actually as a functional 4 modules or 3 modules are sufficient, but we are an unemployee. We are looking for a break in IT industry. We should not think, do we need to learn for 3 years, 5 modules, 6 modules? No. Here, learning is 6 modules, okay, 3 modules. The people who are already working, they know only 2 modules. That is not the case. Here, whether we got a job or not, that is important. That's the question. That is the target. Whether you learn, some people says that, sir, I'm putting 3 years of experience. Do I need to learn 6 modules? People who are already working, they do not know that they are already working. Whether they know or not, that is not a case. They are working. You are not working. You want to work. When you want to work, that is our target. Then we have to start improving our skills. A lot of videos are there in YouTube. Many professionals has been posting. Keep on try to add, but don't forget the basics. Don't forget the basics, because if you concentrate more on this, and again if you forget all these areas, then again it's a problem, right? So obviously some interviewer says that, tell me what modules you are perfect. 3 modules, right? Tell me those 3 enough. I don't. So it depends on the interviewer. So that's the reason, even if you start learning a new module, okay, don't forget the basic modules. Then how we have to do is, every 3 4 days, entire syllabus, whatever we have learned, entire syllabus you have to execute practically every 3 4 days. It takes 2 to 3 hours time. When I say global HR, configure enterprise structure, workforce life cycle, approval management, trees, and then mass updates. Then after that, position synchronization, and then go for close it. Then go for payroll module, configure the payroll definitions, elements, consolidation groups, payment methods, hiring employee, quick pay object group, and standard payroll, configure the retro pay, configure the proration, and then define a simple fast formula and execute that and try to go for the next options. So this all will take maybe 3 to 4 hours, not more than that. Every 3 days you have to do that, so that when there is an interview, your flow will come automatically. You might have seen some people used to explain in the interview with the screens, navigations, including the fields also. Why they are not, they are able to explain clearly in depth of that, because they have done like this practice. They have done like this. Don't forget every 3 4 days, because you want to get a job in HCM. That is what your target. Maybe today market is down, our calls are less. Okay, no problem. Next month calls will come on. Next December will come, or January will come. Will you stop applying for a job and sit in your house? No, right? You are in this journey, and you are trying to get a particular task. This is our target, so we have to try always this. Especially this is for the people who are not working, the people who are always on the, people who are trying for a job, who are not working. This is very important. Don't say that I am perfect, I am clear, I stopped learning. I kept the many few people used to say that I already applied, sir, Naukri, and I'm attending the calls. Have you practiced any time? This all no, I did a long time back. I am not in touch. So you are not in touch with the subject, then how can you reach your target? Everything, because your work is like that only, right? 24 hours, your work is just to get a job in HCM and cloud. That's what technology you have chosen, and you have to master here. And the people are asking, the people used to say that some more other modules are asking, okay, learn, let's start learning. There are many YouTube channels are there, Udemy courses are there, or some people might be teaching those modules. We have to start learning that. Anyway, we have to try in case if we get that, but don't forget the base modules, especially for when the people are applying as a fresher. These four modules are sufficient actually. Oh, that's fine. That's enough. Yeah.
Means like after learning these four modules, like we can go ahead with the technical classes, right, sir?
That is functional and technical. See, if you want to become, let me just, so it is one dilemma like what is HCM technical when we are applying as a HCM technical? What are the things we have to be clear, and what are the things we have to be very strong? As when we are, let's say, I'm applying as 3-4 years of experienced consultant in HCM technical. You should be very clear with the module business flow. When I say module business flow, for example, global HR. So what is global HR? What are the topics are there? Light description about those modules. It means what is enterprise structure? Okay, enterprise, legal entity, business unit, reference data set, and associate your legal entity with the ledger and LDZ. Reference data set objects are four objects, departments, then locations, and then grades, and then jobs. After that, should be clear with the workforce structure and employee hiring process, especially front end transactions, employee hiring, transfer, termination, like this business flow. So it takes just 2-3 days to learn about a particular module, not the setups, just overview of the module, like that. If you say I'm putting three module, I'm a technical consultant, global HR, payroll, options management module. So you should have a component. Okay, payroll means it is basically used to calculate the employee salaries and make the payments to the employees and distribute pay slips, and also generate accounts and transfer to GL module. Here, payroll definitions will be created, elements will be there, formulas will be there, quick pay, retro pay, proration, object group. This all components comes in the payroll. So that type of knowledge is enough. Then you should be clear with the BI reports. When I say BI reports, you should be clear with the tables, and you should be clear with the queries, and you should be clear with the primary key and foreign key, and you should be clear how to build the RTF templates, e-text templates, and PDF templates, and how you can register ESS jobs, how you can go for configure performance tune performance issues in BI reports, how you can implement security in BI reports, how you can go for ESS scheduling, how you can go for implement the ESS scheduling option, how you can go for configure busting options, and whatever the important tables, the modules, whatever you specified, like global HR, payroll, options. Okay, in these three modules, what are the regularly tables we use in the queries? Those tables, primary foreign key relationships. So those things we have to be clear. Then when it comes for OTBI analysis, we should be clear how we can build the analysis as well as the dashboards, and what are the subject areas we will be using in these 3-4 modules, and what is the filtering option, how we can go for filter the analysis, and how you can define the parameters, how to use multiple subject areas, and how you can implement the security in OTBI analysis. Then after that, HCM data loader, mainly worker loading. Worker loading, how we can load the workers' data, how we can go for update workers' data, how you can load multiple elements update for the workers. So whatever the HDL objects we have, maximum we should be clear. I think around 20 to 25 objects we have related for HDL. Then after that, HCM extracts. We should be very clear what is the flow for creation of HCM extract creation, and how we can integrate with the BI report. After that, how we can schedule this HCM extract, and then after that you should be clear with the changes only parameter, how we can implement in the HCM extract, important user entities. Without user entities, we will not be able to develop the HCM extract. That is important. After that, personalizations part, ADF personalizations, where we will be working with the sandboxes and Pace Composer. After that, we'll be working with Infolets, and then we'll be working with the HCM Design Studio. Then we will be talking about the flex fields. Then we'll be talking about the lookups, and then value sets. Then this is, and next, fast formulas. As you say that you are good in HCM technical consultant, then fast formula is also expected here. So basic fast formula structure. If you want to write a fast formula, what standards you have to follow, what are different sections we have, what is meant by database items, and what are the functions we can go for use, and module, which module fast formulas you are clear. Maybe you might have done 3 to 4 fast formulas, that's fine, but the basic thing of the fast formulas we have to learn. So this is the syllabus for technical. This is complete technical. When I say BI reports, obviously you should be very strong in SQL. Definitely they'll expect SQL subject, joins, set operators, how to use the subqueries, correlated subqueries, and you will be working with the group by clauses, and then primary foreign key string functions. This is all expected, that SQL. Yeah, that's about the HCM technical stuff. You should have a skill set we should have in our profile, and we should be very strong in all these areas, whatever I have specified here. Very high level I have explained. This is technical part it comes. Yeah, thank you. Tell me. Let me save this.
Sir,
Yeah.
if you are
Last
mentioning that,
Yeah, please, Silva, go ahead.
okay, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is a last and 1 minute. This is a last and final question, sir. In interview, like one of the interview asked this question, like if you are processing a payroll for an employee, this is for US legislation, sir. So if you are processing payroll for an employee, so this tax is on what basis it is going to be deducted. For example, Shiva is one of the employees, so he is getting for 10,000 rupees for a month. So this tax is on how it is going to be deducted. May I know answer for this question, sir?
Tax, it will come from the tax reporting unit. In HCM payroll, whenever we are working with legislation, US legislation means it comes from US legislative
Sir,
data.
UK. Sorry. UK,
Okay,
sir.
no problem. UK legislative data group. So UK legislative data group, you are going to have, we are going to have this, let me just open that. Here we'll be having the tax reporting unit whenever we are going to configure legal entity, manage legal entity task. Once we create legal entity, we'll make it as a legal employer, and PSU, payroll statutory unit here. After that, then we are going to associate this PSU with the LDC, legislative data group. Here we can find which legislative data group your PSU is associated. Then for that, there will be a calculation card. Here we can see legal reporting information, legal reporting HCM information. Here, TRU should be enabled, tax reporting unit. When this is enabled, then only we will be able to configure the tax for this particular PSU. That is one thing we have to verify. After that, there will be a legal reporting unit calculation cards here. In the calculation cards, we will find whatever the LDC, legislative data group, UK legislative data group means UK legislation. You need to associate this legal reporting unit with a tax. See, the tax reporting is not done. That's why it is showing the error message. Let's take another legal entity here. We'll go with the US1 BU. Manage legal entity. Calculation cards. Let's choose this. Because Tata Finance we are following for another batch. So that's still not payroll covered. Okay, here is some legal entries. So here we can find calculation rules for tax reporting and payroll system. Whatever the LDZ we have selected, based on that, we will find here. For example, if it is US, then we'll find calculation components. These are regional. So we can find the benefits here, the percentage of calculations, and federal taxes. We'll find overtime rules, federal income tax, federal unemployment, social security. Here we can find. So depends on the legislation, this will be different. And if the client says that for New York, regional, because in US based on the state, the tax might be different. So state income tax, state unemployment, and state disability, that we can find the details here. What is the rate they are going to follow? So that's a standard rate. As per that, we are going to follow. This is the place where the calculation cards will be specified. Yes.
Thanks.
Sir, in case we are like if you have mentioned two projects, two models in a recent project like HR and absence. So how we are going to answer, sir, that in actual how these two projects we are handling
So you mean to say
at a
that
time?
in the current project, you have specified two modules you have involved?
Yes, sir.
So that there are two options. See, at a time, two modules instead of that. Let's say last 1 year we are working in this project. Initially, Global HR client has implemented Global HR and Payroll. Global HR I have involved in that and I did successfully, and payroll also has done by another consultant. After completion of global HR implementation, client is wanted to go with the global options management. So I have taken that opportunity and started working with the options management. That's how we are supposed to explain.
So one by one, we need to explain.
Yes, one by one we can say, or parallelly also. But generally, without global HR, there is no question of next level doing options,
Definitely,
right?
sir.
Parallelly.
Yes.
So that's where we can do that.
But we can do this parallelly also, sir.
Parallelly means, see, up to some extent we can do it. For example, setups can be done, plans, qualifications, this all can be done. But when we want
Okay.
to test options plan,
Yes.
for example, then
Yes.
obviously employee should be there, right? Employee should be there with the enterprise structure, workforce structure, right? It means global HR
Yes.
needs to be configured. So
Yes,
that's the
sir.
reason while testing of these plans and all, definitely that should be there. Global HR.
Definitely, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, sir. Myself, Jilani.
Please go ahead.
I recently joined your batch, October batch,
Go ahead.
morning
Go
batch.
ahead. Go ahead with your
Sir,
doubts.
yeah. So actually, what is the importance of REST API? Because by seeing the document, I am able to perform the all patch, get request and put
REST
request and
API.
all
You
these
are
things.
talking
Yeah,
about REST API.
use case how we are using REST APIs in HCM.
REST APIs are used in finance or HCM or supply chain management. The first thing what we have to do is technical developer is going to involve. First point. He is going to work with the APIs. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Internally, it is a program. Why this program is required? Whenever you want to go for integrate the data from other systems, means legacy systems, into cloud environment. If client says that I have the data in another ERP, maybe it is Microsoft Dynamics or SAP or Salesforce, or maybe they might be using some other custom ERP, and they have the data, let's say employees data, employee salaries data, they used to get from there. And that information we want to update in our cloud HCM. Let's say the organizations are going to give the bonus to the employee based on some calculation. Okay, how they will give the bonus? For that, they have their own calculations formula. For that, they are using some other software. Okay, in that software, already 10,000 employees are there. In our cloud HCM, also 10,000 employees are there. Okay, same data. And in cloud HCM, you are running the payroll. So what payroll manager says before they run the payroll, did I get that bonus information? Because once that I get information from that system, I can run the payroll. So this bonus information is calculated in another software. That information needs to be updated in our cloud HCM before running the payroll. So how you can get the information from some other, some other systems? There are multiple ways. We have spreadsheet data loader. We have HCM data loader. We have APIs. When you want to integrate the data frequently, then APIs are required. For example, you will go to, actually you have a bank account in ICICI Bank, but you are going to HDFC ATM center and you are going to use your ICICI Bank and you are going to withdraw the amount. But in HDFC software, it's updated that you have withdrawn the amount from your ICICI bank account, right? This information, HDFC people immediately they should send that information to ICICI. Then they will send a SMS to your mobile, right? You are receiving a SMS from ICICI only, not from HDFC, because information is already conveyed to the ICICI bank through the APIs in a faster way. So this REST APIs and SOAP APIs are used to exchange the data between the systems. When the clients are using multiple systems to exchange the data between these two systems, APIs are going to be used, REST or SOAP. Where do we write this coding? Where we will go for call this? We call it as web services. There is a separate tool, Oracle Integration Cloud Services, OICS. We call them as OIC developers. OICS developers are going to design a integration. Inside of this integration, they are going to use the web services. There they are going to use the APIs. There they can exchange the information about employee promotions, employee assignments, employee salaries, employee elements, employee performance, employee leaves, employee absences. Other information can also be updated. So that's what you can go for answer. But that is a different role practically. A different role means technical people will be working on that. Yeah, is clear?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Fine, guys. Any other doubts now?
Sir, can we go for a technical your Udemy course, sir?
That is there. HTL is there, right?
Uh,
You can communicate with our admin person. They'll be providing you the information. You have my admin information, right?
yes, yes, I have.
Admin number in our videos you can find. Okay. So communicate with them through WhatsApp. You can send a message. They will be updating
Sure, sir.
you. Fine, guys. So anyone who are passed out in 2021, 2022, 2023, these 3 years, you can be in touch with this WhatsApp group, whatever I have specified in this video, because when we are getting as a fresher, requirement, uh, uh, we will be updating, because it's very difficult for us to update. Companies will specifically ask, we are looking for 2021 passed out, 22 passed out, 23. Beyond that, they won't consider as a fresher. So better be in this link. If you have any other, even other people also can join, because I'll be sharing some important information related for HCM for preparation and all. You can do that. Always have that content is good, right? This is a knowledge you are going to get. Nothing happened, right? So you can be in this, because some company says that I'm looking for 2 people who are freshers, passed out like that. That time, what happened? It's very difficult for us, as we are busy schedule in our working environment, as well as in our trainings and experienced people profiles and all. Difficult to identify the freshers who are passed out. It is. So better join in this group. This is for freshers, so that we will update. Then we can communicate with that. It is. And I'll also keep on posting what are the topics needs to be done, because some people feel that when you apply as a fresher, they'll just ask the basics. They'll not ask the all subject. No, that is 100% wrong. That is 100% wrong. The company is expecting the trained fresher. If they don't expect, means you are from the campus. If they recruit you from the campus, they won't expect anything. They will train you. Whatever the technology they have a requirement, they'll train you, and they'll give the time. They'll conduct some exams, and they'll take you into the project. Then they'll expect you the productivity from you. But now this is, remember again, this is for trained fresher. It means you should run the payroll. You should run the quick pay. You should run the object groups. You should run the retro pay, proration, everything you have to do that. Everything. There is no difference in the learning the subject point of view, but the way of explanation, maybe they may not expect a very high professional way. At least if you are able to manage, or if you are able to explain what you have learned, then that is fine. That's going to be enough. Okay, so that's how you can go for prepare. So don't think that, okay, in global HR, if I learn, if I learn this only the basic things of enterprise structure, workforce structure, employee hiring, it is fine. They will not expect the in-depth of that. But this is trained fresher. There is a difference between, again, fresher and trained fresher. You are already trained. Trained means you are well and good. Only when the real time issue comes, immediately you are not able to respond. But you should respond. Maybe you take some time, but finally you should respond. But experienced professional, immediately he will respond and he will start working on that. But trained fresher takes time, because he has to think, okay, where the issue is there and where I have to start and what are the steps I have to go through, and then you will go ahead with that. It is okay. So that's why don't neglect in the preparation of the subject point of view. Don't neglect, even though you are applying as a fresher also. Don't think that once you join in the company, again they will train you, because you are already trained. Maybe they can give some assignments. Once you join over there, okay, they'll give you the instance. Okay, let's configure this. Whatever you got trained, that you will be start working on that. Okay, fine, guys. This is about the doubts session which we are going to have. We'll be in touch with that as soon as we get. I think now for couple of openings are there for fresher technical, not in human capital management. That is for financials and supply chain management. But anyway, be in this group. I'll update. I'll update through the WhatsApp group. It is. Thank you. Thanks
Sir,
for your time.
hello, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, can I get the options management videos, sir?
You please be in touch with our
Recording
admin
videos.
person. You please be in touch with our admin. Okay, they will be communicating.
Yeah.
Thank
Even
you.
like I am not getting the calls low now. Like market is down, I think. So like when it will be high, sir?
Well, let me call me to Biden and discuss with him, and I'll update you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I told already when you are not working, keep on, let's study and learn and start working on that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is
Thank
not
you.
there in our hand. Whatever is not there in our hand, let's not think about that. What is there in our hand, what is there in our hand, become master
Yeah, I got it.
and raw on the technology. Okay.
Practice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, guys. Let's catch you later. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.